Greetings. We're going to go ahead and get into part 2 of this reading. You can show me what it is I need to see. Here we go. Now, because I picked the deck up in reverse, what this is telling me is that somebody's energy is thrown off. However, because I picked it up in reverse, that meant that something that someone attempted to put on you was sent back. Now, if you were looking at the screen, you've seen limiting beliefs and self-restraint. What this is talking about is someone that could not hold themselves back from doing something. And because they couldn't, their energy is showing up chaotic. Now, in regards to a chaos being, what I'm getting is a being that we all know as Jezebel came into someone's environment. And when they did so, Jeezy Bazel said, "That's not me." Now, if you are someone with some sort of connectivity, then you heard it. However, if you do not have connectivity, what this is talking about is you seeing something in the dream state, and upon doing so, you woke up. Now, somebody may feel like you should be scared to watch this type of content. However, for this particular person, my readings give them some form of relief. And what this tells me is they are indeed an elect one. Because if you're not an elect one, what this is going to do is confirm why something happened to you and whom all was involved. Now, because so many cards came out here, what this is showing me is there's going to be a part 3. Now, this part 3 is going to be located here on tier 1. And this is because this is where it came out at. So for those that are interested in part 3, be on the lookout for it, because currently my hands are full with readings. Now, what I also feel to be true in your situation is somebody that wanted you to feel STRESSED is also attempting to say you did something to them. And because they said this in a way that someone believed that you were up to no good, what this is speaking of is someone losing affection and love for you because of what they felt you were into. Now, because 3 of my zodiac sun sign cards here have stress on them, this is telling me that someone was indeed relieved of something. However, currently it's not coming out. And I believe it's not coming out at the moment because of what someone is attempting to do spiritually to another individual that is associated with this reading. Now, for those that are worried about an energy transference taking place on my channel, you can rest assured that everything that comes out on any one of my platforms is protected. And because you are a member, you have a form of protection as well. Now, in regards to this commitment energy partnered with Pisces, what this is talking about is you going your separate way from an individual that you found out recently that you couldn't trust. However, what I feel to be true for maybe a few of you is that the direction you went into was an energy pertaining to your past. Now, as a whole, for everyone involved, a stressful environment and someone's lack of clarity is what drew you all together. Now, spiritually, this could talk about a combining of the same type of frequency being used for incantations. And what that means is someone wanting to push your buttons to see how you would react. Now, you could say that they are an energy vampire, and you are right. However, at the time that this was happening for all parties involved, you didn't know that that was their intentions in the first place, to get you upset and then attempt to use your energy later. Now, because I'm having so many issues getting my words out, this is telling me that some of you are experiencing brain fog and you're also having a hard time with your speech. Now, a lion king or a lying king is relevant. Now, for some, you could be this lion king. And if that is the case, you are the elect one. However, for another, they're talking about someone that lies. Now, this could be literally speaking or figuratively. And what that talks about is someone saying that you did something that you didn't do. And this is because of what they seen in a dream. Now, currently, I'm trying to figure out what this person seen. However, upon looking at the bottom of my deck, it's clear that someone felt like they could target you or vice versa. Now, for some, this targeting was them using you to get to someone else. And for others, this targeting is talking about someone feeling like they could use you for your time, your money, your affection, and then go to someone else. Now, if you are someone that is into polygamy, my advice is to not be, because you are indeed a being. And what that talks about is you being used in other places without your permission and by beings that you don't know. So saying that you are polygamist is not the way to go. This is just clarity here. When I turned these 2 cards over, that indeed showed me that everything that was interpreted during this reading was correct. However, I didn't talk about a leaf drop yet. Now, if you are an OG, already know what that means. However, in a biblical sense is indeed what I'm talking about if you're not. Now, you may be able to research it and find it. However, it doesn't really matter because in the coming months, someone is going to see someone and say, you look like somebody I used to know. And because they say it that way, you're going to say that ether is correct. Now, my advice for everyone involved in this energy is for you to go your own way. And what this talks about is you not letting others make a decision for you because others' mistakes will be to your detriment if you allow them to make a choice for you or if you allow them to act as if they are you. Some of you are allowing individuals to say that they are you for the purpose of misguiding someone and trying to humiliate someone. Now, what I'm getting at the moment is when someone sees this reading, they're indeed going to be pissed. Let me reassure you that someone wants you to stutter and fumble on your words. And this is because you have a public engagement coming up soon. And they feel like if they could get you to be embarrassed online or on camera, then that is proof for Erzulie. So what this is giving me is someone feels like a sifikio is something that they could do on you and they're crossing up beliefs. And what this is talking about is someone that believes when they do an incantation or splifka that they have to post it. Now they're mixing up cultures here because Erzulie is not dealing with Yoruba. Erzulie is dealing with Vodam. Now you could have ties to the Geechee or the South is relevant for someone. Now, because I'm having a hard time getting this information out, this is telling me that the rest of this is going to come out in part 3. So stay tuned. Deuces. What is your name? What is your name? Sergisias Etha.